What if I told you that the version of you that you're most ashamed of the anger you hide, the jealousy you feel, and the darkness you suppress is actually the only thing standing between you and the life you've always wanted? Most people think they are failing because they aren't good enough. But the truth is much more terrifying. You are failing because you are only living as half a person. You've locked your greatest power in a basement and thrown away the key. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how to break that lock. We are going to explore the psychology of the shadow self, a concept so powerful it can turn your deepest weaknesses into your greatest weapons. If you're tired of playing small and feeling stuck, pay close attention. Your transformation starts now at the invisible master. You are not the person you think you are. Behind that smile and that nice guy persona, there is a version of you that you've been hiding since you were a child. A version that is angry, ambitious, and dangerous. But here's the secret. Your shadow isn't your enemy. It is your untapped superpower. Most people spend their entire lives running away from themselves. They bury their deepest desires and call it morality. But in reality, they are becoming a hollow shell. Today, on Shift Logic, we are going deep into the subconscious. I am going to show you how to find the gold hidden in your darkness and use it to dominate your life. If you have ever felt like something is holding you back, it is probably your own shadow. Part 2. The origin of your shadow. To understand the shadow, we have to look back at your childhood. When you were born, you were a complete human being. You were loud, you were curious, and you were aggressive when you wanted something. But then, society happened. Your parents told you to be quiet. Your teachers told you to sit still. Your friends judged you for being too ambitious. Every time you were told that a part of you was bad, you didn't delete that part. You pushed it into the basement of your mind. This basement is what Carl Jung calls the shadow. Jung famously said that everyone carries a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it is. By the time you are an adult, you are only living out 50% of your true potential. The other 50% is locked away in the dark. Part 3. Why being only nice is dangerous. There is a massive lie that society tells us. They tell us that being a good person means being harmless. They want you to be the person who never says no, never gets angry, and always fits in. But a person who cannot be dangerous is not virtuous. They are simply weak. To be a complete human being, you must have teeth and choose not to bite. Think about the most successful leaders in history. They weren't just nice people. They were individuals who had integrated their aggression and turned it into drive. When you suppress your shadow, you lose your edge. You lose the courage to stand up for yourself in a meeting. You lose the raw creative energy needed to build a business. You become a victim of life instead of the master of it. Part 4. The symptoms of a suppressed shadow. How do you know if your shadow is running your life? Look for the leaks. The shadow always finds a way out. It shows up as passive-aggressive behavior. It shows up as sudden outbursts of rage over small things. It shows up as a constant feeling of being stuck or drained of energy. Why? Because it takes a massive amount of mental energy to keep that basement door locked. When you are constantly fighting your own nature, you have no energy left for your goals. Another sign is projection. The traits you hate most in other people are often the exact traits you are hiding in yourself. If someone else's success makes you angry, it is because your own shadow is crying out for its own success. Part 5. The science of integration. So how do we fix this? Integration is not about becoming a bad person. It is about becoming a whole person. Imagine your mind is a kingdom. Right now, the king is hiding in the palace while the rebels are outside the walls. Integration is inviting those rebels into the palace and giving them a job. This is called shadow work. The first step is radical honesty. You must look at your jealousy, your greed, and your anger without judgment. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? Anger is often just a signal that your boundaries are being crossed. Jealousy is often just a map showing you what you truly want in life. When you stop judging these emotions, they stop controlling you. Part 6. Practical steps for the next 24 hours. To start this journey, I want you to do 3 things today. First, identify your triggers. Write down 3 things that made you angry or annoyed this week. Those are the doors to your shadow. Second, channel the raw energy. If you feel a surge of aggression, Don't push it down. Go to the gym and lift the heaviest weight you can. Turn that darkness into physical strength. Third, own your ambition. Stop apologizing for wanting to be the best. Stop feeling guilty for wanting to be rich. That ambition is your shadow trying to give you the fuel to change your life. Shift Logic is about moving from being a passive observer to an active creator. Part 7. The Golden Shadow. Most people think the shadow is only full of bad things. But there is also something called the Golden Shadow. This is where you have hidden your genius, your brilliance, and your bravery. You hide these things because you are afraid of the responsibility that comes with being great. It is easier to be average than it is to be a leader. Facing your shadow means admitting that you are capable of doing amazing things. It means admitting that you have the power to change the world. The shadow is like a dark cave. You are afraid to go inside, but that is exactly where the treasure is buried. Part 8. Conclusion and action. The journey to the top is not a straight line of light. It is a path that goes through the darkest parts of your soul. If you want to be free, you have to stop playing small. You have to look into the mirror, face the parts of yourself you have been running from, and say, I see you. You are part of me. Let us build something great. Integration is the ultimate shift in logic. It is the moment you stop being a fragment and start being a force. If you are ready to master your mind and unlock your true potential, hit the subscribe button and join the Shift Logic community. We are just getting started. Stay sharp.